Welcome. I'm so excited that you joined me today to learn about how easy it is to eat healthier without boring diets or constant cravings. Let's get into it. This training is for women who feel stuck in the yo-yo dieting cycle. Women who want to eat healthier without constant cravings. Women who want to stop obsessing over calories. Women who want to feel good in their body. I mean, let's face it, that's really the end result we're looking for. We just want to feel good. We don't want to feel frumpy and old and fat and just, not happy. So women who want a simple plan that fits into their busy life. We all have so much going on. You just need it to be easy. And these difficult programs, you just can't stick with them. So this is not for you if you don't like free content followed up with an insanely valuable offer. So this is my bonus for early action takers. So it's a fabulous little recipe guide that takes your family's favorite meals and makes them healthier. Because what I found was that's the easiest way to get started with eating healthier is start with the foods you're already eating, the things you like, and just make them a little healthier. That's the best way to do it. So let's pretend there's a contest and you could win a year's worth of groceries. The winner of the contest is the first woman to prepare a week's worth of meals, healthy meals, that their whole family devours without complaints. I know what you're thinking, that's impossible. So there's two ways to go about this. There's the Doubtful Debbie way. So Doubtful Debbie is going to try to win this contest. And the first thing she thinks is, this is impossible. Healthy foods are boring and bland. Will be so expensive. I'll have to make a special trip to Whole Foods. I'll need to buy humanely raised, cage-free meats and the fish and all that. And that's all expensive. I'll need to buy tons of fresh produce. It'll probably all end up going bad and I'll end up tossing it out next week. Again, expensive. I'll be spending hours and hours in the kitchen every day. My family will definitely complain and not like any of the healthy foods. And she's just basically afraid to change, even though what she's been doing isn't working. Or there's the Empowered Ellen way. Now, Empowered Ellen starts out by asking some questions instead of just trying to do stuff right away. She says, what healthy foods do we already like? Like I said before, that's the easiest way to start out eating healthier is to take the meals you like and start to kind of twist them a little bit. So how could I add more of these foods to our favorite meals? What other healthy foods could I add to our meals? What sauces or seasonings does my family already like that I could add to new healthy foods? So, to flavor them so that the flavor is similar. What other recipes could I make with these foods? What are some simple recipes I could try with new healthy foods? What healthy convenience foods could I try? And her family devours everything she makes. So it's so easily she's able to make more healthy choices because it's easy. That's what I said. If you start with things that you already like, it makes it a lot easier. So which do you want to be, Doubtful Debbie or Empowered Ellen? Well, nice to meet you. I'm Donna, and I'm here to help all the Debbies of the world become Ellens. I was so tired of trying to follow all the conflicting messages in the media while seeing no results. Eat low fat, eat sugar-free, eggs are bad, eggs are good, eat breakfast, don't eat breakfast, So there's all of this stuff going on. And I was always trying to follow these different media things that they're telling you to do. And it just wasn't working. I was actually having some health issues and I was trying to eat healthy. I was exercising regularly, but I was having inflammation in my body and I was able to figure out how to stop it. So I wanted to feel healthy and feel good in my body. So I went on this journey to figure this out. And I was very successful with it. But it took a long time. So that's when I developed the Transform My Life method, which helps you go from feeling stuck to feeling amazing inside and out. So this is the solution that allowed me to ditch the Doubtful Debbie attitude towards improving my health for good. Now I easily make healthy choices every day, knowing I have so many options and I am in control. And I think being in control and feeling like you have options really helps you to get through this kind of a program. You don't want to feel restricted. When you start to restrict, that's when it makes it really hard. So do you want to ditch the Doubtful Debbie approach too? I'm going to break it all down for you. I'm going to show you how you can be consistently making healthy choices so you feel empowered, energetic, and absolutely amazing. Okay, mistake number one. There's a few mistakes I always see women making when they're trying to start eating healthy or get healthy. This is mistake number one, is avoiding carbs because they make you fat. Again, that's one of those things that you hear in the media. So everything you hear from the media and friends is that carbs are bad. So you cut out all carbs. But then you start to have digestive issues. You start to have other health issues with inflammation and things like that, that lead to like high cholesterol and blood sugar issues with diabetes and heart disease and things like that. Constant cravings. When you cut out carbs, you are just going to crave everything. You're going to crave so many sweets and bread and all that stuff when you cut out all the carbs, and you're going to gain weight. It's proven, studies have shown this. When you cut out carbs, all the carbs, you will actually gain weight. You'll have trouble managing your weight. So it's not about cutting out all the carbs. It's about cutting back on some of them. And I'll explain. There are actually two kinds of carbs, simple carbs and complex carbs. So simple carbs are plant foods that have been processed to remove the fiber. So examples would be white bread, rice, pasta, breakfast cereals, pastries, crackers, sodas, snacks, etc. Those kind of things that come in a package that have been processed. They've stripped out all of the good stuff out of the plant food, and now it's something you'd hear called processed or ultra processed food. Complex carbs are whole plant foods with their fiber and nutrients intact. So examples would be fruits and veggies and whole grains and legumes and lentils and nuts and seeds. So food that is more close to nature, with the way that it was made by nature. With simple carbs, they're usually processed in a factory or they're made somehow. And like I said, everything is stripped out of them. So complex carbs provide the fiber and nutrients your body needs for optimal health and weight management. But less than 3% of Americans eat the minimum amount of complex carbs. So, and the minimum is really not enough. We need more than that. Our bodies were designed to eat a lot of fiber, a lot of complex carbs. Most Americans eat way too many simple carbs, so that balance is way off. So if you're eating way too many simple carbs and not enough complex carbs, your body is not working properly. So all carbs are not making you fat. Eating too many simple carbs are making you fat. If you add more complex carbs and cut back on some simple carbs, you will be healthier. You don't have to cut out all simple carbs because if you do, you're going to just create more cravings. You'll be creating that restriction again, like I mentioned. So the point is to just add more complex carbs, and it will automatically push out some of the other carbs. So now, do you still believe that all carbs will make you fat? Okay, mistake number two, focusing on what you cannot have. Again, restriction. When you tell yourself you cannot eat a particular food, you want it more. You just focus on that food. Your brain is just thinking about it all the time, and you're angry that you can't have it. And so you've added this restriction to your life, and it's painful. And it makes you just want it more. And you rely on willpower to keep you from eating the bad foods. And we all know willpower, it doesn't last. You can be strong for a little bit of a time, but it will eventually break down. And, that it's just inevitable. Willpower is not going to get you there. So, because by the end of a stressful day, your willpower weakens and you end up binging. And that's the biggest problem. So now you've restricted for a couple of days or a week or whatever it is, but then you end up binging, which is much worse than just eating that food in the first place. So that's what happens when we try to do that restrictive type of dieting. So that leaves you feeling guilty and defeated, another failed attempt. Because when you do that, binge, you feel like you failed because you said you were going to do something and you couldn't do it because it's just really, it's impossible. So this is what I call the wishful willpower cycle. And it's really bad. You start by restricting, you end up binging, you feel guilty, then you start restricting again, and you keep going around and around and around. And yeah, I'm sure you've done this and it hasn't worked. And we just keep repeating it, even though it didn't work the past 100 times that we tried it. So what if I told you eating healthier is about adding more good foods, not taking away foods? It's really, that's what that's the secret to getting healthier and eating healthier and weight loss, is to add more good foods. Don't restrict yourself. Don't try to take foods away. Replace that old cycle with the add more good cycle. So you take your food that you're going to be eating and you add some more good to it, some more complex carbs into that food that you were going to be eating. It's going to end up crowding out some of the bad foods, and you're going to see results. And the results, not willpower, are going to keep you on track. And then you add a little more good and you keep going and you keep going. And the successes are what you're going to build on, and it's going to keep you on track. So when you eat enough complex carbs, you can listen to your body's natural ability to stop when you're full. Our bodies were designed this way. And what happens when we don't eat enough complex carbs, our body is looking for the complex carbs. And they say, so you eat a whole bunch of food and your body's like, I'm still hungry, or I'm still not getting that fiber or the nutrients that I was looking for. So eat some more. And it keeps telling us to eat more. So we eat more and more. That's why you can eat a whole bag of potato chips or something and you don't feel full, but you've eaten a ton of calories, but they're empty calories. So your body is still looking for the nutrients. So you might then go start looking for some other food to nibble on, because your body is still saying, I didn't get the nutrients. It's looking for the complex carbs. So with this, when you eat enough complex carbs, you have no cravings. You're not going to overeat, and you're not going to be relying on willpower. Now, do you see how relying on willpower to get healthy and lose weight will never work? Okay, mistake number 3, believing skinny equals healthy. So you decide to try a keto diet because it promises quick weight loss and your friend lost a lot of weight on it. And so, you're going to try the keto diet. Great. You're probably going to lose some weight. But the problem is that also comes along with a lot of bad things. The keto diet, it causes you to be in bad mood most of the time because you're not getting any carbs for your mental stability. So you're going to have low energy. You could even have flu-like symptoms, headaches, mood swings, constipation, cravings, a lot of cravings, because you've cut out so many of those. You've cut out all the carbs basically that your body, that you're always kind of looking for. Kidney damage. These are the things that people don't realize, is that eating way too much animal protein and not enough complex carbs, you're going to start to damage your organs. They have to work a lot harder when you're eating a lot of animal protein. So you can damage your kidneys and your heart by eating way too much animal protein. You could get the keto breath, which is a bad breath thing. Leg cramps, again, poor nutrition, because you're not getting all the nutrients and fiber from complex carbs because you're not eating them. And osteoporosis, because it can damage your bones. So the keto diet, yes, you could get skinny for a short period of time, but you can't stick with it, and it has all these other bad side effects. Or you decide to try good old Weight Watchers, again, because it worked for you in the past, right? So, I mean, I talked to most people I talk to, they've done Weight Watchers multiple times, and it worked every time they did it. But then when they stopped doing it, they gained the weight back. So Weight Watchers, yes, you probably lose weight if you do the stuff, but the bad side effects are, again, it's temporary. The points that you have to kind of play with, and you can kind of fudge them depending on what you want to eat. The meetings, having to go to the meetings, and it's, the confusing part of the points and all that. It's restrictive, because what if you use up all your points and then your friend invites you out to dinner that night and you say, well, I can't go out to dinner because I don't have any points left, or I don't have enough points to go out to dinner. So that makes it no fun, because you can't be spontaneous and do different things. You have to be, again, restrictive. So this yo-yo diet cycle ends up slowing down your metabolism. making it harder to lose weight the next time you try a diet, because you're going to try another one later. But now your metabolism is slowed down. So it's going to be even harder. You got to cut more calories. It's like, it's very, very discouraging. So, or you might try over exercising in an attempt to keep your weight in check. I used to do this. I would exercise. I would get my 5 miles in on a treadmill every day. And if I didn't get my 5 miles in, I'd be, beating myself up. And it's really hard. It's hard to stick to that kind of a workout regimen. So yes, you can lose weight or maintain your weight with over exercising. But what comes along with that, again, as injuries and burnout, and it's boring and it's expensive if you're going to a health club and things like that. It's time consuming because, again, 5 miles a day, every day of the week, that's a lot of time. So it's impossible to stick with it that restrictive with exercise. So exercise is important to your overall health, but you cannot exercise your way out of a poor diet. And that's something I realized years ago. I was having some inflammation in my body and I was eating healthy. At least I thought I was eating healthy. I was doing what I was seeing in the media, I was trying to do that and I was exercising a ton. But I still had inflammation in my body. So I needed to figure out how to get that inflammation out. So the biggest problem with diets and exercise is that they are temporary. Like I said, you can't sustain them for long periods of time. So when you quit a diet or exercise program, you end up feeling like a failure. Again, it's that cycle. And we keep going back and forth, back through the cycle all the time. So now do you see how following the Get Skinny Quick routine is a recipe for a lifetime of stress, guilt, anxiety, poor body image, and health issues? There is a better way. A way that you can lose weight and it only has good side effects. That's crazy, huh? But it's actually, it's been proven in study after study after study. So this is what you can do to actually lose weight the healthy way. And all of these side effects are fabulous. So you're going to have crazy energy. You're going to have good digestion. You're going to have youthful skin. You're not going to have cravings. Your cravings will go away. You're not going to be restricted at all. Your hormones will be regulated. So going through menopause, you'll breeze through it like I did. You're going to prevent heart disease. You're going to regulate your blood sugar. You're going to have lower cholesterol. You're going to reduce inflammation in your whole body. Inflammation is the precursor to all chronic disease, like heart disease and inflammation, Alzheimer's and arthritis and diabetes and everything, all of that, strokes, all of that stuff starts with inflammation in our bodies. You're going to have a stronger immune system. So you're not going to get sick every time a little cold comes by, or COVID. If you get COVID, it's very, very mild because your body can handle it. You're going to have body confidence, which is wonderful to have. You want to feel good in your body, and it's going to prevent osteoporosis. So there is a solution that only has good side effects. So do you want to get control of your weight and health with my proven Transform My Life method? All right, I'm going to explain it now. There's three sections to my Transform My Life method: aware, explore, and embrace. So this is the only method you need to make lasting change that fits into your busy life. So you feel amazing and eager to do more. So in the awareness phase, you're going to identify habits that favorably or adversely affect your health. Again, like Empowered Ellen, we're going to go into this being aware of what is going on before we need to know what our starting point is, So the average adult makes over 35,000 decisions every day. These decisions become our habits, good or bad habits. So this is just a random grouping of a bunch of different habits that someone might have, good and bad, kind of all mixed together. So ultimately, these habits determine how we feel. So some habits could cause us to have digestive issues. Some could cause, migraine headaches and stress and things like that. Some could cause us to have low energy. Some could be causing us to catch every little bug that comes around, always having a cold, always getting sick. Some can cause us to gain weight, and some can make us feel amazing. So we need to be aware of what we're doing, and we need to be aware of how it makes us feel. So let's first separate these habits based on how they make you feel in the short term and in the long term. So here I've pulled out just a few habits, some good and some bad. So we're just going to start there because everybody's got some habits that they're doing that are good for their health. So you are here. This is your starting point. If you're not aware of what you are currently doing or not doing, you don't know where to focus your efforts. So what's your starting point? And then you can begin. So meet Sherry. Sherry runs a preschool, and she's a very busy mom. She's got 2 college-age kids, but she always was blaming her unhealthy weight and lifestyle on having no time and being too stressed, and she couldn't, that's why she couldn't do any of the stuff that she knew she should be doing. She used to read and Google and plan and all the time, but she never took action. So since she joined my program, the big hurdles that she struggled with her whole life became small challenges because she took the time to figure out where she was starting and took those small steps towards moving towards her goal. Meet Jody. She runs a nonprofit organization. Jody, she learned that she wasn't eating as healthy as she thought. Most people, including myself, think they're eating really healthy. I eat healthy. I'm fine. I used to think I ate healthy, but I didn't eat anywhere near the way I should be eating. And my body just changed so dramatically once I started doing it. And Jody enjoys the same things. Now she's feeling wonderful. And one good thing, really interesting thing for Jody was that her husband, when she started this program, said, well, I'm not going to eat like that. I'm going to still eat the regular way. And so she said, okay. And then he started eating along with her. And because I'm going to show you how to help bring your family along too, because I want your family to get healthy too, not just you. And so Jody said her husband started eating. Now he went to the doctors and he had his blood work done, and all of his numbers were down. He's feeling amazing. He feels great. So he's on board 100%. So it was like, that's why I like to talk to women about this and have them bring it to their family, bring it to their spouse, their partner, bring it to their kids. And that's what I did. I started out with myself being healthier and eating healthier. And then I was making other food for the family. And I said, that's ridiculous. Why am I getting healthy and making this food for me, but now I'm going to serve them other food that I don't think they should be eating? But what I did was I combined the two and made the food taste good, because my food wasn't tasting that good before when I first started. So I made the food taste really good, and it tasted very similar to the foods they were already eating. And now my whole family's on board, my husband and my kids, they all eat as healthy as I do. And I feel good about it because now we're all getting healthy, not just me. In the explore phase is where you're going to explore alternative choices that might fall outside your comfort zone a little bit. But we want to find small things that we can try. So now that you've discovered things that you're already doing that are healthy, like the walking the dog, or you like broccoli or something like that, you're doing those things already that are benefiting your health. So now we want to expand on those habits, because those are good habits that you're already doing. That's the easiest place to start. You're already doing them. Let's just do a little more of them. So if you like broccoli, eat more broccoli, add it in other meals. If you like to walk the dog, take the dog for more walks or take longer walks, do more of what you're already doing. So continue until you've gotten comfortable with doing more of those good things that you were already doing. Then take steps towards overcoming current habits that are not benefiting your health. So we go back to some of those bad habits that we saw earlier. So say snacking at night. A lot of people have a problem with that. So in the middle here, I've put down a few different ideas of things that you might try to overcome that particular habit. Not everything is going to stick, and not everything is going to work for everybody. So that's why you need to try a variety of things and things that you think will fit into your life. So say talking with a friend, eating a high fiber breakfast, I know you might think, well, eating a high fiber breakfast, how's that going to stop me from snacking later? But it actually does, because your body is satisfied in feeling that it's getting that fiber and nutrition from those complex carbs. Maybe having tea will help keep you from snacking. Maybe reading a book or some other hobby, or take the dog for a walk again, because that's something that you were doing already that works, but now maybe just add another walk in the evening, and that will keep you from being in that snacking mode. We're trying to break that habit with a good habit. So you'll keep trying new things until you find solutions that work for you, that fit into your busy life. Like I said, I don't want this to be stressful. This doesn't have to be stressful. You should be able to find solutions that fit for you and not feel like you have to do exactly what everyone else is doing in the program. It's what fits for you and what works for your life. So meet Carrie. Carrie, when she joined the program, Carrie runs a automotive. She manages the office in the automotive company and auto repair company. And when Carrie joined, she said, I'm a big foodie. I love cheese and I'm not giving up cheese. And I said, Carrie, you don't have to give up cheese. You don't have to give up anything. Like I said before, we don't want to be restrictive. We just want to add more good, and then we'll push things out. Well, after just a couple of months, Carrie came to me and she's like, oh, I don't eat cheese anymore. I'm all done. She's completely off cheese. And I said, well, that's wonderful, because she realized how she felt. Like I said, your habits ultimately make you feel a certain way. And she realized when she would eat cheese and other dairy products, she didn't feel that good. So she wanted to change that. So when she tried to find some alternatives to eating cheese, she realized how much better she felt. And she was very happy with the substitutes. And she was able to go along that way. So it was great. And now she feels great, because you don't really realize how certain things feel in your body until you're being aware of what's going on. Meet Megan. So Megan's a school teacher, and she joined the program. She dropped some stubborn weight that she had tried so many different times to lose the weight. And then once she stopped focusing on the weight and she focused on just eating more complex carbs, the weight took care of itself. And like I said, that's a good side effect of eating healthier. It's not, you don't have to focus on the weight. When you stop focusing on that, it actually will just happen. It's just a side effect of eating healthier. And one other thing that she ended up doing was she stopped drinking Diet Coke and coffee. She found substitutes, some alternatives that she was able to do. And the thing with the coffee, it was funny because she realized when she started to be aware, she said, okay, why do I even want to drink the coffee? Because she was trying to find an alternative for the creamer in her coffee and the sugar. And then she realized, she said, why am I even drinking coffee? Because I don't even like it. So that's why she had to put the cream and the sugar in it. So she stopped drinking that completely. And she switched to tea, and she's been just experimenting with different teas, and she's been enjoying it. And so those are the things that happen when you're aware, because we go through the motions over and over every day, just because we did it yesterday and we don't really think about it. So it's just really getting yourself to think about it and understanding how it makes you feel, being aware, and then exploring options. And the embrace phase. So in this phase, we're going to magnify the positive emotions to condition these new choices into your new normal. Like I said, these results are going to help you succeed, because when you start to see results, it keeps you on track, and then you want to do more. So you're not relying on willpower. You're relying on the fact that these things make a difference. You're seeing and feeling the difference, and that makes you want to do more. So embrace your new choices until they become new healthy habits. The more you do them, the more they just become just like is easy to remember. You just do them. It's like you're not even thinking anymore. You want these habits to replace the bad habits you had. So now you're going to have these new habits that just you do every day without even thinking. So if you're walking the dog and you're eating broccoli, and then you eat more broccoli and you walk the dog more, now we want to expand on those even a little more. We want to start adding other vegetables. So you like the broccoli, let's get some other vegetables in there, because all different plant foods have different types of fiber and nutrients in them. So you want to have a variety. That's really important, is having a variety of plant foods and not just vegetables. You want to have your fruits and your whole grains and all those other nuts and seeds and things like that in there as well. And then if you like walking the dog, let's try adding some other exercise moves in there, some strength training, hula hooping, dancing, whatever it is. There's so many different ways to move your body and find ways that make you happy. Don't get on the treadmill and run on the treadmill because you think you have to run on the treadmill, but you hate it. So if you don't like that, don't do that. Like, there's so many other exercises you can do. And I help people find those different ways to move their body that really bring joy to them. So now with the bad habit, we've tried a bunch of things in the middle, and we said, okay, well, these three at the end here seem to be working for me. Eating that high fiber breakfast really helps me with cravings in the evening. And then, talking with a friend really works for me. And then walking the dog. So now those three habits are good habits that we have that are going to offset that bad habit we had. And we keep doing those in place of that. And until those become our habit and we're no longer looking for food in the evenings. And all of a sudden you'll realize, you'll be like, wow, I'm not craving that ice cream anymore. I'm not craving those cookies or whatever. So it just happens over time, but you have to put the effort in with the habits, with the new healthy habits. So your successes will continue to build on each other into your new healthy lifestyle. Results, not willpower, will make it easy for you to stay on track. Over time, these new healthy habits will become automatic, like brushing your teeth or showering. And that's when it becomes so easy. Because when life gets in the way, as you know it will, we've got parties and vacations and holidays and stress and et cetera. Life is going to happen and you need to enjoy your life. But once you've built these these foundations of good, healthy habits, you're going to be able to get back up in moving again towards your goals. So you're not going to fall off the wagon and then give up, because you're going to say, okay, I've already built these healthy habits and I can just get back on. Because you want to go on vacation and have fun. You want to go to a party and have fun. Then you just start at that next meal to, how can I be a little healthier at this next meal? And you go back to your healthy habits again. Meet Diane. Diane actually owns a farm, but she wasn't preparing a lot of the foods that she was growing because she felt like she'd be spending her entire life in the kitchen. So now she's eating so much healthier because she figured out, I helped her figure out how to do this without spending a lot of time in the kitchen, how to prepare her foods without spending all that time. And it changed everything for her. And then I also was able to get her she stopped drinking Diet Coke. She was able to find some solutions that replaced that for her. And she was able to give up that bad habit. And meet Rebecca. She runs a dog walking business. So she's out walking dogs all day long. And so she was saying, I feel lighter and have more energy. And she's down 10 pounds. I mean, this is someone who's out walking all the time, but she still was struggling with weight. She's sleeping better too. And she said the support was a game changer for her. And she can't believe that she's eating healthier and she's not hungry between meals. And that's the thing. Like I said, when you're eating enough complex carbs, you're not going to have those cravings. Your body is going to be satiated and say, oh, I'm full. I'm good. I don't need anything right now. But when you don't eat enough complex carbs, that's when your body is always saying, I'm still looking for that nutrient. I'm still looking for my fiber, eat more food. But your body isn't telling you what to eat. It's just telling you to eat. And so if you only have crappy food around, you're eating that crappy food, you're eating tons of empty calories, and your body is still saying, I'm hungry. So eating the complex carbs keeps you from having those cravings. So I want you to believe that you can absolutely eat healthier without boring diets or constant cravings. So the big question now is, how can you apply this framework to your own life and create the results you desire? You get to decide. The doubtful Debbie, continue to make the same mistakes over and over again, expecting different results, or empowered Ellen, mindful of what is working or not working, open to trying new ideas to reach health and weight goals. It is time for you to stop hoping for change and start creating it. It is time for you to follow a proven framework that takes the guesswork out of eating healthy. Enrollment is now open in my Plant Powered 101 program. I want to give you a bird's eye view of what you will get immediate access to when you join my program. One is the Transform My Life method, which helps you step through the aware, explore, and embrace phases in your life and kind of figure out that starting point and then how to move forward from there. You're going to get my proven strategies, actions, recipes, kitchen demos, and support. I offer daily support on it's a private coaching program, coaching page, kind of like a Facebook page, but it's not on Facebook, and weekly coaching calls that you can join if you want to. Those are a bonus, so you can join them and help get one-on-one coaching right there if you want. And then if you join today, the Fast Action Bonus Recipe Book, where you're going to take your family's favorite meals and make them a little bit healthier. So and like I said, that is the best place to start when you're moving into a healthy lifestyle journey. So you get immediate access to my proven method that helps you eat healthier without giving up the foods you love. No deprivation, no cravings. You're going to save money at the grocery store while spending less time in the kitchen. You're going to prevent chronic diseases. You're going to feel energized and look younger. And you're going to enjoy relaxed meal times because your whole family will love the food you make. I promise. Your whole family will love it. Everyone that I work with, that's what they always start out. Their family is saying, "Oh, I'm not doing that," and then all of a sudden, their family is on board. And again, once they start to notice the difference in how they feel, your kids will love it because their skin is getting better, the acne and things. So there's so many different things that your family will notice. So like I said, you don't have to do this alone. I'm there for you. Bonus number one, my coaching sessions, live Zoom coaching sessions. You can it's just a conversation. We get on there, you can talk about the struggles or the wins that you're having, and we just kind of chat about everything. It's very, very laid back. And those are optional. You don't have to come to those. They are recorded if you want to watch them later, but that's just a bonus. And then bonus number two is the community support in the private community page. Again, I'm looking at that every day and I'm answering questions. Anybody that's in there asking questions, if you're stumbling on something, I'm in there every day answering questions so that I'm supporting you all day, every day. And my fast action bonus for anyone who joins the program today is you're going to get this recipe book that takes all your family's favorite foods and makes them healthier. So burgers and mac and cheese and pizza and tacos and pasta. So all of these foods, you can still eat them and we're going to make them healthier for you. And it's very, very easy to do because if you're starting with the food that you already make, it's so easy to just add a few things to it rather than starting with a brand new recipe. So the doors are officially open. This is everything you get. You get the program, everything's there. You get immediate access to it. You can go at your own pace, which is what I find people really loved, is that they can, some people might take a couple of weeks to do one section, and then other people might do it in 1 week, or someone might take a month. So you have time to go through it at your own pace. You get the Transform My Life method. You get my strategies and actions, simple recipes, and they're all proven to be really good. Your family's going to love them. Kitchen demos. So I just show you how easy it is to do. Fun workouts. Like I said, I'm going to show you how to do things that you move your body in fun ways that you enjoy. Community page and the live Zoom coach calls. Plus, if you join right now, you're going to get the free recipe book, and you can get started today for just $75. So there's two options you can do the 3-pay option, which is $75 for 3 months. Or you can do the full pay option, which is $197. So you'd save $28 if you do the full pay. And you get a whole year of access to the program. It's really a 12-week program. But like I said, some people are going to go you want to go at your own pace. I don't want you to be stressed. I don't want you to say, well, I can't join now because I'm going to be going on vacation in a month or something like that, because this is designed for your lifestyle. This is designed to fit in your lifestyle. So don't feel like you have to set up, you have to have like a 12-week thing or a whole year to plan this. I'm there for the year to help pick you up when you fall down, because you're going to have those moments where you stumble and you need that support. And that's why I make this a whole year program, so that I'm there to help you get through all those struggles. But you can get it done in a 12-week section if you want to crank right through it. But again, it takes a while to make these new habits into your regular habits, and to push out those bad habits. So you need more than 12 weeks to do that. And that's why I offer that extra support. This isn't just a course. This is a complete lifestyle transformation. You will go from feeling stuck to feeling amazing inside and out. Meet Nellie. Nellie said that a personal coaching was a breakthrough for her. You know, she tried all these yo-yo diets over the years and nothing really worked for her, but just having me helping her and being there to kind of bounce things off and taking the stress out of it for her, I think was really helpful. And the ideas were new and innovative for her, and that she just needed that extra push, and that worked for her. And Carrie, the benefits were felt almost immediately. Like I said, after 2 months, she was done with cheese, because she felt the difference. She's like, whoa, I feel totally different. I'm done with cheese. And that's someone who came to me at the beginning and said, I'm not giving up cheese. So it does not mean you have to be 100% vegan. Vegan is a scary word. I would never tell someone to be 100% vegan. All you want to do is eat more plant foods today than you ate yesterday. Just eat a little bit more. So you want to eat more plant foods than you did before, more of those complex carbs. That's really all you need to do to be healthier. You don't have to be 100%. And Sherry, this is a lifestyle, not a diet. Like she said, she would do those yo-yo diets over and over again. But this is something that you're going to do and you're going to continue to do. It's not something that you have to be so restrictive that there's no way you can live that way. So you try it for 12 weeks and will change your life. That's what Sherry says. And Megan, it's not overwhelming. This is a stress-free zone. I want this to be comfortable for you. I don't want you to feel stressed or like you have to show up for this and that in the program, or you have to do it at a certain pace. You do it at your own pace. You go at your own level. Everybody is different in where they are. And Megan says the recipes and cooking demos are excellent. She was able to do these simple recipes and follow along with my cooking demos and be able to prepare foods for herself that she wouldn't have done before, because she just felt overwhelmed by it all. This is what you get in the program. This is what you see. This is the main page and the coaching community page on the right. And this is everything, like I said, that you get in the program. If you go to plantpowered101.com /checkout-bonus, you can start today for as little as $75. And then there would be 2 more payments of $75. If you do that, if you want to pay the whole amount at once, it's $197. Again, you save $28 by paying the whole thing at once. And if you order today, if you join today, you're going to get my free recipe book of how to take your family's favorite meals and making them healthier. And that is the best place to start. And I'd love you to get that recipe book so you can get started right away. You can start at your next meal. That's how easy it is. You don't have to make any special grocery shopping trips. You don't have to spend a fortune, and you don't have to spend hours in the kitchen. I will guide you through how to do this the easy way, the simple way, and to make it into new healthy habits that you just automatically do going forward. Well, thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the content, and I really hope to see you inside.